Okay, hi. So this is going to be for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Go ahead and take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and talk about a few astrological events, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading. But currently, the moon is in Libra, and it's in opposition of Chiron. And Chiron is the healing planet. So with it being in opposition, you might create physical illness, holding things in, suffering in silence, not really speaking upon how you truly feel, and thinking that no one really understands you, so you keep it inside. Try not to do this during this time, whether it's you just physically saying it out loud alone, talking with spirits, your spirit guides, ancestors, God, okay? It's also square Uranus, so this is trying to find a healthy balance between your responsibilities and your need for freedom and change. I kind of talked about this last week, having to do with where you're just wanting to kick up your feet and be free and go do what you want, but remembering the responsibilities that you have maybe to others, to yourself, to your family. So just also keep those in mind as you go on your week, okay? I believe it was Saturn is conjunct your ascendant. So this is a huge transit having to do with new beginnings. And the actions that you're taking now are going to have a big effect on the long run. So how I was like saying where you're not speaking about things, how you're keeping things inside, where you're not focusing on responsibilities and focusing on things that maybe you don't need to be focusing on. It could play a huge role for the future. During this time, you might be taking a new path in whatever area. Like I was talking about last week with the emotional truce. This is the start of a new cycle, how you're speaking about your feelings and emotions, how you're moving forward with healthy relationships and balances between those. So just be careful holding things in, and be careful with certain illnesses, okay? Stress-related illnesses suck. They really do, and I see it happen with a lot of people. I am going to go ahead and shuffle my music too here. See if I can angle this down a little bit so you can like kind of see what I'm doing. PJ, can you please stop? His freaking bone is so loud when he chews it, and sometimes he does that in the middle, like I'll be dead sleeping in the middle of the night and I'll either hear him chewing his bone or he'll fucking get his fucking licking himself all over himself in my bed, and it's actually fucking disgusting. Anyway, here for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Bed peace. Wanting to find peace. I was talking about holding things in. During this time, you might just come into peace with maybe the past, things that have happened in your life. I know for me personally, this past weekend I went shopping. Five Below is literally my favorite store ever. I know, I just love going in there. Everything's so cheap and I can get whatever I want. And if I don't like it, I only spent fucking $5 on it. So it doesn't even really matter. But I got this burn book. So basically it's pretty thick and has all these prompts where you'll write about things like your past, and you're being truthful to yourself. Whether you're telling it to someone else, you're getting those emotional truths out. You're not holding things in. And then after you finish the entire book, you're supposed to light it on fire. So I'm actually kind of excited about that. So yes, bed peace. Gotta act like I care. There could be relationships in your life that are finding their balance. Someone getting to know you and your values and your emotional truths, and still being okay with that, still sticking along for the ride. Everything else can wait. The time is ours, so we should take it. Anything here for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I have the Hierophant, okay? This could be where you're kind of looking upon materialism here, maybe being appreciative for what you do have, and maybe not sitting there longing for the things that you don't, and learning how to be appreciative of what you do have in your life, how to be thankful, which next week is Thanksgiving. So really thinking about, write down what it is you're thankful for. What has God done for you in your life? Maybe close friends or people around you have really helped transform in your life. Trying to get away from being self-centered. Trying to differentiate between independence and being selfish. I'm also getting during this time that you might end up having more amounts of money that you've had in the past, okay? Spending it wisely, spending it on others and not just yourself. Christmas shopping, you know? Black Friday, Venus, love, spending. That was funny, I was just talking about that. A lot of earth energy here. PJ, enough. A lot of earth energy, okay? There could be a love or a new love entering your life during this time. Kind of like how I said, where you're able to find that balance, harmony with respecting space, being able to talk about your feelings that maybe you've never had before in a friendship or relationship, okay? You could just be wanting to take a break from love, feeling drained, thinking too much about overthinking things that you don't, overanalyzing things that you don't need to be, okay? Aquarius, I know. I was kind of talking about this last week with the air sign reading, which is funny that Aquarius came out, is worrying too much about the future, wondering where you're going to go next, overanalyzing everything. Spirit is saying just take a break and appreciate what is in front of you. Appreciate the things that you have and not what you lack. The way to think is you lack nothing. You lack nothing. Starseed energy here. PJ, I'm going to take your bone away from you in about 2 seconds. Goodness gracious. I just I can't hear. 1 second. I'm back. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start with some of these. Pride. Just be something here about a Leo placement. Maybe that's something that when you're thinking about self improvement, how to better yourself, there could be something here with having a pride issue. Pride can sometimes be the devil. You know, J. Cole sings that song, Pride is the Devil, and he's also an Aquarius, okay? Maybe coming to recognize that you don't need to be prideful in everything that you do. Confidence is different than pride. How to be humble, okay? Regret. And there could have been some times where maybe your pride and ego messed up really good things in your life, maybe friendships, relationships, and this could be reflecting on how it can be damaging, how pride can actually be the devil and not confidence. They're very different. Someone's sitting in a lot of regret of things that could have been love and fulfilling, okay? Single again, Big Sean, okay? Could be something here about an Aries placement. Big Sean is an Aries. This could be like how I said previously, taking a break from things taking a break because there's something that's come up that's not healed. And maybe someone really had to like find exactly what they were looking for to understand that there's something like a puzzle piece, not necessarily a puzzle piece, but something internally that someone needs to fix, okay? How I was talking about keeping things in, causing physical illness, like causing physical pain in someone's life. I cannot say what I'm feeling if I do not know how to move. And I'm getting Hermit energy here too with Venus. I'm also getting Virgo, which is ruled by the Hermit, okay? Really trying to figure out how to heal, deep healing, how to balance these things, and how to start these new beginnings without holding on to past attachment or the past in any way. Thinking you're over something and then maybe you're not over it. Maybe something comes up and you need to do shadow work. Shadow work is heavy here. The thought of leaving this behind tears me apart because it's creating issues in their in their love life now. Friendship or relationship. You left me there crying. So it definitely has something to do with the past. There's something here, a past issue, a past relationship, could be a Taurus or with an Aquarius here, that really left someone, I'm feeling like a hole in my heart. So it's like new beginnings and new cycles of love is extremely hard for them because they don't know what a healthy relationship is. They've never really been in a healthy relationship. And so when they get into a healthy relationship, they're like, wait, this is weird. I don't understand. Everything that I've ever wanted is in front of me, but why can I not just get over that bridge? How can I just don't know how to do it. Because someone here is so used to running away where they'll feel uncomfortable or they feel like they can't throat chakra here speak about something. And so they run away and they're single and then they find another person and then something goes wrong and then They feel like they're not going to be accepted, and then they run away again. Well, in this situation, there's someone here who's saying, I'm along for the ride. I'm going to allow you to be you, and I'll still be here because someone loves someone that much. Friendship or relationship. This ain't so easy, baby, believe me. And maybe it's hard for someone. You got me fucked up? Yeah. Where in the past, someone couldn't accept someone for who they were. They couldn't accept them. They were always trying to change or shape them into who they wanted them to be, which is, I have, my brother is a Taurus, and I love Tauruses. But the thing is when you have an unhealed one, they want someone to be this perfect person. They try to shape them. They care about status and what you look like to other people and having the finer things in life, which is fine. But I'm feeling like a disconnect. A Taurus and Aquarius are very opposite. Where Aquarius has love for humanity, Taurus might have love for themselves and want nice things for themselves rather than for everybody else, if that makes sense. Seasons. It's like every season there's something there's something missing, something that someone has not healed. And like I said, it could be from a Taurus, a Virgo, or an Aquarius placement that has really affected someone. It could be family too. It doesn't necessarily have to just be friendship or relationship. Hope is a heartache. Yeah, what did I say? Something about their heart. Animal care day. Freaking dog. You know what's so crazy is I'm probably gonna give him a bath today. He's freaking disgusting. There could have been something where, something within someone's animal, having to maybe rehome an animal or having issues with their animal, but something is going to work its way out, it's going to work out in the best of way, if that makes sense, because of some type of friend, okay? This could be where someone's feeling single. This single, again, can have a relationship, like a lover meaning. It can also be friends. Like maybe someone doesn't really have like a good friend or a friend group right now, and they're always used to being let down, and so they'll just run away. They're emotionally scarred. I start to change my mind. I stare at my reflection. I decay who I am. Before you came into my life, everything was black and white, which I literally said this last week, and I think it was my fire sign reading, I think. Microdose for anxiety and depression. Kind of like how I was saying with the moon being in Libra in opposition to Chiron. Libra is balance, okay? It's ruled by the scales, okay? With it being in opposition of Chiron, you're really being challenged on healing. How to talk about things, as I was saying. How to cure your physical illness or your emotional illness, okay? So a lot of self-reflection and shadow work is occurring, or the work that you've done on yourself is paying off for these next relationships in your life, these next big things coming into your life. But you can't immediately get into a new thing or a new beginning and then want to change your mind and run away, either running to the past or running just in an opposite direction because you're scared you won't be accepted for how you are. Fake social media profiles could be if you've blocked someone on someone and you don't want them to see things. They are going on fake accounts and looking at it because they're thinking about you. They're thinking about the season that you spent together. Friendship or relationship because of you. They're thinking about how their life has changed in certain areas since they've met you. How maybe you've put them in a projection that was for the better and maybe they couldn't recognize it at the time, okay? Lifeless. And it makes them feel like thinking about you, they get weak. Thinking about you, they start... How it was like I start to change my mind. In the beginning of this, it was regret. They think about you and all they feel is regret. They feel bad. They feel bad for actions that they might have taken when all maybe you did was give or show them love. Okay? But materialism was an issue. A know-it-all energy was an issue here. I tend to handle things alone. An experience. Yes, the Hierophant really goes into experience. Maybe thinking that you know best when maybe you haven't gone through something, okay? Maybe speaking upon things that you don't really know. You really have no idea because you haven't gone through it. This could be someone going through a lot of experiences in their life, handling things alone and thinking that no one understands them and But how do you know that unless you speak about your experiences? Suffering in silence is not going to be the key here to move forward. It's not. Having pride because you think that you've gone through the worst and you know it all, and so you're just going to be alone and not share anything with anyone, friendship or relationship, because you're scared, will never get you anywhere. Voodoo doll, okay? This could be past, present, or future. Someone doing African magic here, okay? Especially with the body here. It could be a Virgo, Taurus, or an Aquarius placement. User and abuser. Don't walk out on me. There could be someone doing voodoo magic or some type of black magic so that you won't leave their life. Like I said, it could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or an Aquarius placement. There's someone here who's gone through this before. They know there were steps to take. They know how to deal with certain things because they've been prepared up until this point. I was talking about last week is using your intuition and trusting in your body when you feel certain things. You know what to do here. You know what to do. But is this ever how... Speaking from experience, I know handling some things alone can be great, but I wouldn't have been able to get through half the things I've gotten through in my life without God. That could be a key here of someone really needing to find God again, okay? Kind of being on this loner path, thinking that they can do it all by themselves, their pride and their ego. But you can never do anything alone. And I used to think that all the time before I got into religion and spirituality. I used to think that it was just me. I did everything alone because it was my willpower. Yes, some of it, but God is the one who gets you to where you need to be, who protects you in situations where someone's doing black magic on you, who's trying to take your lightness and trying to turn dark. You're a child of light here. Someone is a child of light. I'm not going to the dark side. Someone really wants someone. There could be someone trying to persuade or trying to pull someone into doing some type of magic or occult type stuff. I'm telling you, use your wisdom and don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. This could be someone trying to tell someone that someone is someone of darkness because they practice spirituality or whatever spiritual practices they practice. Don't be careful who you listen to when you take advice from. Be careful. I think the challenge here for this next week is really figuring out who you are. Letting the past go, forgiving yourself. That's one of the first steps is forgiving yourself. Someone holds a lot of regret and just suffers in silence and has been for a really long time. And they do this. They do everything alone. Life is not meant to be lived alone right now. Ever, actually. Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. And you could think you're a warrior and think that you can do everything alone, but you cannot. You're not alone. You never were. You never were alone. Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Yes. You are the light. You are the sun. So continue moving forward and stop allowing people who don't know you, who have no experience to speak on who you are. They have never maybe experienced who you truly are. Allow them to change who you are. Allow them to change how you think about yourself. Trust in the unknown. And intend and create. High priest, yes. Someone here is a high priestess. The light. A worker of the light. A light worker. And stop allowing the darkness to try to change who you are internally. To act a certain way. To people around you gossiping, you start to, birds of a feather flock together. Separate yourself from people who you have no means to be around and just only give you negative feelings and emotions. Because as soon as you cut that out, that's when everything starts to fall into place. That's when everything does. I'm going to do my moon cards and then I'm going to be done if I could find them. Didn't I just have them? Oh, they're over here. Anything else here for fire signs? You're very close to achieving your goal. And a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, you know how I was talking about the balancing? The moon is in Libra currently. There's a lot of things balancing themselves out. You are balancing out. Stop fighting things. Stop fighting things and holding on to things that are no longer meant for you. old beliefs, people you may love, but you just don't resonate with anymore. You need to follow where your heart is calling you to go, where you want to go, not where someone else does or what they think of you. You know you best. Okay? Okay, bye.